Guys, what are we looking at today? Today we're looking at Sumatra Mountain Brown, an imperial brown ale brewed with Sumatra coffee. And it's 9%. And the bottle cap looks something like that. Like that. Like that. There you go. And I'm going to open it with the Enterprise. And I'm going to pour it into that glass. An imperial brown ale. Smells like a little bit like coffee. Cheers. First thing I'm noticing is a sweetness. Again, not quite a JR10 Desert Gold kind of sweetness, but still a sweetness. Beyond that is a little bit more of a lot more of a deep roasted malt. I mean, like deep, not quite to the point of being burnt, but definitely some attitude there. Kind of stays like that. It's kind of a those really crisp, like I said, almost like a burnt. And it's not just a coffee flavor. You kind of get that right after the sweetness, and then that rest of that kind of rolls in. Very tasty. Founders is a good brewery. Let's see. Starting with stragglers from the beer that Johnny Concho gave me, EMT Rail France. Scratch my comment from the previous review. This one looks like she's begging to be your bottle opener. William Geist. I started an SKS project. I have a lot of work to do. At the moment, it looks nothing like that one. Johnny on the Alamo. The last comment, which is fitting, it was Johnny. Thank you for the good rating on Alamo. It is a good lawn mowing beer, but I don't have a lawn. Cheers, everyone. First comment on the West Coast Style Stout. Fu Master Chew 12 Rich. First again. Rich Huff, second. J-Dog, here. Rich, I can't stop looking at her LBE. Load bearing equipment? Rich, yummy. Rich, that SKS looks even better. Really like the burn-proof wrap thingy. Totally awesome. Like I said, I gotta find something, and obviously I don't really care. You know, it's not a big deal to loosen the buffer tube and slide something different over there. I mean, this does what it's supposed to. I mean, it makes contact with your cheek, and then I took the wrap and I kind of nestled it in. Kind of nestled it into a little bit better spot here, and I got it, you know, nice and tucked in. It doesn't mess with the flip-ups. I was undecided on the flip-ups. It didn't make sense to have the flip-ups when it had a scope that required a wrench to adios it. but since I it's taking a moment to tuck my wad in. Since I decided to stick with the 1 to 6 on this, and the 1 to 6 has a quick release, it made sense now to go with some flip-ups. And I'm really interested in getting out to the range to see if that height and that height work out to, you know, if this is a gas block height. So yeah, that's yeah, Rich, I don't know. Like I said, to me it's badass, and I can't wait to get the chance to shoot it. And I mean, I guess this is where I'll be seeing the comments from more of you guys to find out if this scope is staying on here. But to me, this makes the most sense. So yeah, I'm leaving the wrap thing on here. I'm hoping to be leaving the scope on here. Aunt Keck, 6th. Aunt Keck, oh man, sexy babe with huge hooters wearing only web gear. God bless America. Thumbs that up. Aunt Keck looks like a good stout. It's not bad. Aunt Keck, please no. Oh, woo! Aunt Keck again. Woo! Thank God for technical difficulties. I don't know what happened, man. I was all set to you know, to show the real Cobra burnout that the you know, that the drapes matched the carpet, but something happened and some kind of a weird technical problem, and oh well. Aunt Keck, holy shit, that's a sweet AK. Oh, the red one? Yeah, that's... I never wanted an AK-47. Now I would never get rid of that one. Speaking of that, funny side story. You know, I was thinking, you know, never getting rid of it, meaning death, do us part, kind of thing. And me and Christine, how'd this end up unloaded? Oh, because it got shot at the, which means it's probably in need of a cleaning. Christine's Uberti, chambered in 45 long Colt. We were talking about guns, and she's just like, I absolutely want to be buried with this gun. And I'm just like, what a waste of a gun. She goes, if you're gonna follow my wishes, she goes, I want to be buried with the Uberti. I'm just like, okay, well, I had remembered something, and I just decided to egg her on for a little bit longer, and I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna pull it out, you know, right before they shut the casket. I'm keeping this bitch. And she's like, oh, the hell you are. And I said, okay, like, let's just cut to the chase. You say that you want to be buried with it, right? And she's like, yeah. And I said, well, you told me you never wanted to be worm food, and that you wanted to be cremated. She's like, ah, shit. I said, hey, I'm willing to compromise. Personally, with my lifestyle, I don't think I'm going to be outliving her anyway. But in the event, and I'll make sure that Samantha knows this, I said, I tell you what, how we do a compromise? How about I have part of your ashes mixed in with gunpowder, and I'll have them make 6 shots. We will do shots of whiskey and shoot this 6 times. She's like, that works. She fell down. This one's going fast. Rich again, Foodmaster212. Wade's a good dude. That's some cool stuff. I love the bumper stickers. Whiskey. Okay, just for the sake of argument, I'm going with the liquor is liquor, but to dicker is quicker. I'm thinking it was easier to spell whiskey than tequila, right, Rich? This bottle's going fast. Just getting it ready, just in case. Rich again. Putty knife and degreaser. Laugh out loud. I just woke my wife up laughing. Bulwark 1911. Look at the fun bags on that hose hound. JR10. She could hook up my hose anytime. Rich again. Cowbell box lunch baby. Rich, that was another quality beer review, brother. Drive on. Thank you, Rich. Hey, I sent you an invite. After Blog Radio. Of course, a lot of us kind of faded fairly fast. I had this last couple of weeks. I didn't even sleep in this morning, though. Went and had breakfast with the kids. Normally it's normally it's like brunch, so it's like 10:30 to 11:30, and in this case it was 9. Then I had to run some errands, get some stuff. Rich again. Farrah. Yes, tomorrow you should show her on the screen. Okay. Now, I will do my best to make a mental note to remember that. I have no. Well, if we have to, we could go for a modern. Klum did that remake, but I'll find Farrah. She was a very attractive woman. Cadillac V. I want the June Tack Pack. Yes, I commented on Tack Pack video and didn't get a thumbs up. Well, I gotta go over there and that's what I should do. See, normally on the Tack Pack giveaways, I just go to well, actually I've had help. You know, I'll probably make it one of those things where, you know, call someone or get someone to help on the brew review and have them pick a number, and then you know give me a number and up or down. So start at the top, start at the bottom, and count. Thankfully, most of the comments are just pertaining to oh, Smith & Wesson 500 shell. I wonder what that could mean. Cadillac V, shots. I don't know what you're trying to say, man. Now I got dual problems. Son of a bitch. Don't worry, I'm a trained professional. I got this covered. Enterprise, Real Cobra Burnout. Sent you an invite too, you dick. There is a toy store that just recently opened by me, and the only thing they sell is vintage stuff. They had an entire wall of Nintendo cartridges. If that's something you're interested in, I might have to say go there, you know, take a picture and then have you look at it and see if there's anything in there that interests you. I picked up a Captain Pickard doll, and he had quite a collection of the original G.I. Joes with the hair, and there's a couple of those that he's just starting to put together. He's trying to build them up as though they were with all the guns and whatever equipment that they were supposed to have and whatever they're supposed to be wearing. He only had one ready. Was the Safari guy. I believe it was the one that came with the six-wheel buggy and the I think it was the mummy, the mummy setup, and it had some damage to one of the arms, and the hands had to be replaced because the original ones dried up and broke. And that one he would have let go for like $20, but he's gonna build some more up, and he says he's gonna have them ready in about a week. El Tenda, they had a shitload of Hot Wheels and was it Masters of the Universe collect dolls. Holy shit, dude! There was some in there. I saw one. It was from 1982. You know, it had all the information and everything on the packaging. You know, most of the shit's in the original boxes and it's not open. And some of those started at $35 and went up. They've got an original Captain Picard and Dr. McCoy, and those were like $65 a piece. But lots of Star Wars stuff. They had a great big X-Wing fighter. I didn't even look at what the price was on that, but not really a Star Wars fan, you know. Star Trek is so much better. J-Dog traded the paramilitary for parts that from a guy that really wanted it. Real Coverno, pew pew, laughed my ass off. Wade, Big Redneck Papa, I agree with the scope swap totally. Down here, the range rarely gets over 50 yards with heavy brush, so I only use open sights on my SKS. With the Mojo sights I use, it's a track driver. Those are all natural boobs made for motorboating and the other fun pastimes. Yeah, I can see that it's gonna need a clock. Want some tequila? Help you prime for your show.
You really think I need priming for that?
It'd be funnier.
I'd have a glass of wine.
Pick something good.
Something that I can actually drink.
Mm-hmm.
Because I haven't had anything really to drink in over a month.
Mm-hmm. You do this fast. It's just water.
It's not water.
Could be. See the viscosity? The real Cobra Burnout was here. He'd tell you it looks like water.
But he's not here.
So you should just down her.
No. No, thank you.
You know me, I'm a huge fan of water.
No, you're not. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, 4.
Floor?
Mm-hmm. That's what happens. You hit the floor after a while.
Big Redneck Papa, I'm not touching the worm. I get that too. Laugh out loud.
Oh boy. I came in at the wrong time.
Zeus, scope swap looks like a win-win. Thanks, Zeus. JLN 370, great choice on the scope swap. The 1-6 fits the 7.62x39 way better. At around 300 yards, that round really loses steam. The 4x14 on the AR makes it a sweet designated marksman setup. Plus, now the reticles match the rounds on both rifles.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Mm-hmm.
That is gun related because Mike was asking me.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, I went outside to throw out the garbage and I got mic'd. He talked my ear off.
You got mic'd?
Yeah. What the shooting that happened in Canada, or the Canadian shooter? Have you heard anything about that?
Is that today?
I don't know. A couple days ago. Or I don't know if he thought it was a Canadian person or what, but apparently this person shot another person from like 2 miles away.
Oh, yeah, I did see something about that. A Canadian sniper. Supposedly it was a Macmillan BMG 50, and the shot was 2.1 or 2 point something miles.
And what kind of rifle was used to obtain that shot?
A Macmillan BM 50 cal.
Oh, okay.
So it was.
Because he was asking me if it was a 50 cal, and I'm like, I don't know. I didn't
So it was
really listen.
that.
Yeah.
The
There
thing
was
is,
probably nothing left of that.
the thing is though, is
Person
if you bring up my ballistic software that I use when we go shooting, the drop on a 50 cal round is almost the same as a 308. So, I mean, you can put as much gunpowder as you want behind it, but that's 660 grains of lead. You know, that dude had to be like doing one of these.
Well, can you imagine where the reticle must have been?
Well,
Off
if
the charts?
he was shooting at that kind of range, you'd almost have to have a scope base that allows for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can actually get more out of your long range scope by having, you know, the back half of your mount up higher. And some of those long range rifles, it almost looks like you would expect to see the end of your barrel in there, but that's what you have to.
Well, I don't know. He was going on about it and asking me, and I'm like, I didn't really pay that close attention to what was happening.
Zeus, what's the scope on the girls giveaway and the kids giveaway? I'll be able to throw in something cool for them soon.
No, I haven't decided what's going on the girls' build yet. I'm going to thoroughly do my
I have a suggestion
research
for you to look at it. I think if the girls' build doesn't have something like a 1-6 like this, there's no parallax. You simply have power, 1 power to 6 power, and a lit reticle. You don't have to worry about parallax. You know, like this one, it's all fuzzy at 100 yards, and then you turn the dial to where it says 100 yards, and then it's clear. Mm-hmm. But then again, if you're going to shoot at 300 yards, now you got to reset it, and you have to keep doing that. I personally think a good candidate maybe for the girls' build is that Hullison red dots. Jim's looking into possibly getting a couple of them, and I was going to go in on it is such a fine red dot that I'm seriously considering taking the EOTech off of the pistol.
Yeah, well, we got some time to figure this all out because I think you're going to do your youth one next, aren't you?
Well, the youth build is as simple as getting rifles sent, and we put up a video. Yours has yours. We still need to get some kind of a killer. I think it'd be nice to have a billet receiver set for it, a complete billet receiver set. Then you got to pick out a handguard. You know, we do have that complete upper from you know who.
No, I don't know who.
Come on, give me a break. Get the fuck out of here.
I know nothing.
This was supposed to be the starting point for the girls' build upper.
How long is that barrel?
Lose that brake. Should be a 16-inch.
Did we decide on 16 or did we decide on something different?
That is completely up to you. The bottom line is, if this doesn't get used in any way, we'll just use it on some other build, some other giveaway. It doesn't really matter. But you were looking for a fairly airy handguard that showed off the barrel.
We're doing a different handguard. Jim and I already decided that.
Oh wait, but yeah, if you can get your hands on it, that.
Well, I'm going to get my hands on it one way or another. You just watch me go.
That is an expensive
I don't
handguard.
care.
Sweet as fuck, but and it's an expensive handguard.
What part of bling bling gun don't you get? Just saying.
Trees are blowing. I had an SKS several years ago,
Gotta go.
but my butt kicked on letting that one go.
I have to go prepare for my radio show.
Open the wine bottle.
Yes, you know I gotta let the wine breathe a bit before you can pour.
Oh yeah.
You know, not like you when you just open up the beer bottle and pour it in the glass.
Terdicius, the scopes look good. Trump train. Thank you. My hollow point. I'd love to run your pansy ass through a low crawl pit a half dozen times. JR10. We're commenting on the Chuck thing. Seems how we don't get privileged to very many Chuck comments anymore. I figured I might as well I'll read the string that goes with it. JR10. Now play nice. My hollow point. That is nice. I could have said nighttime live fire course. Ed, cheers. Ed, I replaced my rear cap on mine. Put the Butler Creek rear cap. Works fine. I might have to look into that. Ed, keep both the SKS and the Justin rifles just like that. They both look fantastic. Well, not a single person has disagreed with JLN or me, which is good. Ed, nice goodies from Brother Wade. Headed to work. I'll finish later. Yeah, Wade, I have to get that beauty a new clock. I put a battery in it, and it looked like it was keeping time, and then I came down here this morning, and it was no longer keeping time. Wade, here's where I go for most of my old school weapons, and he has some awesome SKSs. Caution, they start at $429. So if you're hearing me say this, look for Wade's comment. It's classicfirearms.com. Hugo SKS, which is that beauty sitting right over by you guys. Gillian 426 whiskey. Oof. Gillian, we might not be able to get out of this brew review at this rate. Well, again, in the case of anyone saying whiskey, it's kind of like the generic for whatever I pour into a glass. So, cheers, my friend. Hey, you guys, You guys got to participate more on Christine's blog radio. Granted, you're never going to see this one in time. Do you know she has a 95% female listenership? John is getting routed on this one. Smile Money. 3 shots and a beer. So when did the blog radio show crash and burn? I had 3 more beers during the blog radio show. 2 more stouts and 2 more stouts. 2 more stouts and 1 of these. Which means there's 1 of them left. I mean, as far as full disclosure goes, I had 1 of these last night. I couldn't wait. Of course, the alcohol might have been involved there, Smile Money. I think when I said what I was drinking, I said an IPA, but it was 1 of these. But it was after a lot of other things, so everything was probably good. Like seltzer water would have been good. Gillian 426, I will not give up my coffee for anything or anyone. Been drinking coffee since I was born. Mr. Holster 228, you could have made 2 minutes without any trouble. I'm sorry, sir, I'll try harder. And Keck, yeah, I was referring to the hot brunette. Sharky 762. The 1-6 with a 762 by 39 bullet drop compensation is right where it belongs on the SKS. The round really starts dropping beyond 300 meters, so 6 power should be good for your old eyes. The 5.56 has a way flatter trajectory, and add the newer, heavier bullets to the mix. I do not believe it has more range, perhaps not has manstopper, not as a manstopper at 600 meters, but certainly capable of grouping nicely on steel or paper. The scope switch is good, 1 in my book. Thank you. That's another one. Sharky again. The knife looks exactly like the paramilitary, just completely not. Still a nice blade though. Oh, but I am. Let's see. Today, if you guys just want a quick EDC in this pocket, of course I have my phone case. We'll make this very fast. I have my traditional Chuck wad of cash. I'm still using the EOS aluminum wallet. I actually really like this thing. We have keys to the Honda and keys that are mostly house related stuff in that pocket, and that winds out that pocket. Doing this really fast. We're at 33 minutes. This pocket, I still maybe tonight might sneak outside. I bought some more cigars on my way home the other day. I got my oldest, most abused lighter, Tardisius. Oh, that was weird. Shit just fell in there. My multi-tool is the Leatherman Rev. I like it because it has the pocket clip on it. Staying in my front pocket, I have the Paramilitary 2 from Tardisius. I feel coins, chapstick, oh, a bottle opener, a bottle opener. Switched the clip around on it so that it was point tip down, so it's the same as the Tenacious, the direction that works best for me. In my back pocket I have the SOG. And I tell you, I haven't tried wiping this off. It's actually kind of working out for color, but it's like taking the blue off of my pants. That's everything in my back pocket. Today's carry gun is pathetically a Glock 19, and extra mag in my back pocket. Glasses. My Invicta watch. Johnny Watson. This is like fucking awesome. But then again, on my wish list, I think I have about 15 more Invictas on there. My tungsten carbide Celtic knot wedding ring. My bottle opener. And a badass fucking attitude. Sharky again. Hey Chris, I was that sexy young dude with the six-pack 20 years ago. Aunt Keck, beauty is in the eyes of the beer holder. Aunt Keck, can I get some cowbell for that one-liner? Absolutely. Sharky, the Indonesian coffee beans you are thinking about are the kopi lawak? I don't know. That's the coffee ground from the beans that were digested, read shat out, by a cat-like creature that's there in the jungle. A single cup can run to $100 at a coffee shop. A pound of those beans can be up to $600. Prices are high since they only make about 1,000 pounds and produce each year. For sale in Brazil on its own, just put out over 5.5 million pounds. Oh, Sumatra. Just 2 island over in Indonesia, peanut in-laws, as they are from Bali. Just he island of Java. Yes, that's where the term for the coffee comes from. In between. Stephen Bush, gotta end the video and haven't posted a comment. So here's my comment. I love you. I love you too, Steve. Steve, the poop coffee and a link. Thank you. Ammo@73, tell Christine I could make her a clock from a picture of me. I don't have a six-pack though. I got a keg. Ammohead, I think the 1 to 6 makes more sense on the SKS. I say keep them the way they are now. Ammohead, hell yeah, my new favorite saying for a woman with big tits is front butt. Thanks, Christine. Josh, FJ55 Iron Pig, I think you made the right choice on the scopes. 1 to 6 on the SKS is perfect. The other one would be great on a 308 or even better yet, 6.5. I would like to see you with a 6.5. Flatter trajectory, more energy. Yep. I have seriously thought about it. Doing a bolt gun. The problem is then it becomes a debate between 6.5 or 338. 338 is definitely more expensive to build and more expensive to shoot. It's also definitely a get out there farther around, but that's where I fall on that right now. Josh again, compromise accepted. I will look at any knife. Oh, sorry. Since you asked about the flyby yesterday, and I wasn't wearing it yesterday, but I am today, I'll honor that request. Here we go. Oh, and whatever, Chuck, we got back from weeding our garden, so eat a dick. Good job, camera, on focusing. Like I said, that mechanism is all at the top, so it's just like boop. Sweet ass knife, that's all I have to say. Last comment from JR10 Desert Gold. I think you're right on target by putting the 1 to 6 on the SKS. Seems like a perfect fit for the tactical range of that round. Hitting the refresh button, seeing if his comment stands. And it does. Oh man, I had to laugh my ass off. Literally. Some person left a comment on the what the hell is wrong with Iraq veteran video. I'm serious. It was like that fucking long. It was like a book about how my clickbait was the most disgusting example of all clickbait. I don't have a picture of a big titty chick in a wet t-shirt on the side of the road in Arizona. I simply have one of the typical pictures of that Glockgeist, I think that was a Glockgeist one, did for me with my face on the character, and it said, "What the hell is wrong with Iraq veteran?" Well, what the hell is wrong with Iraq veteran? How is, first of all, let me explain it to any of you snowflakes that happen to catch this. First of all, go fuck yourself. When you're done fucking yourself, bend over and fuck yourself some more. Second, part of putting up a video is I really would like it if people would come over and actually watch the video. Third, and most important in this particular case, is it's my fucking channel and go fuck yourself. Last but not least is Eric and Brandy support me. So nothing I have done have they said, you know, I really wish you wouldn't do clickbait and get all of those people watching your video and then inquiring about the knife. Yeah, you're right. When people leave comments like that, all you do is fuel the fire. Now, I just want to do it more. And I really don't care because evidently those are the only ones that get any views at all. Having said that, I want to say congratulations to I Carry One. I put out a video. Of course, everybody lately has been telling me that they don't get notified anymore, and they're not getting notified over here. I think maybe some of those surveys that I've filled out where I've left all my information because I'm not afraid to. I think somehow I've been like targeted out or something. I Carry One. He got his hands on, not only has he changed the grips and had a trigger job on it, but he has the Ruger SR 1911 chambered in 10mm. I mentioned yesterday that the only way that that's going to happen, because I'm trying to stay good to getting out of credit card debt, not more into it, is to sell some stuff. And I've had a few people that have been interested and asked me what was on the chopping block. Well, to be totally honest, I only basically have 2 pistols that would even fall under that category, because the rest of them I won't sell flat out. I won't ever get rid of, and that means of my pistols right now, the only 2 that are probably even negotiable are the Springfield XD-M45 and the Walther PPQ 45, and then I have a couple of modified Ruger 1022, both of them in ATI chassis. That's it. So my goal or dream of getting the SR 1911 and 10 millimeter might have to go on the back burner for a little while, because the rest of the shit that I have, I just refuse. I refuse to sell. I mean, a lot of that stuff, a lot of my guns I got for dual reasons. They have sentimental value, or they came from a friend and they have extreme sentimental value, and hopefully it sells like hotcakes, and Ruger doesn't drop it from its lineup. But that's for a few of you guys that were asking at this moment in time, the Walther, the Springfield, and a couple of 22s, because as much fun as they are to shoot, when I go out and shoot 22, I always bring Project Overkill with me, so they are like literally just sitting there. So if I could, I'd rather turn them into an SR 1911. And with that being the last comment, well, for a brown ale, this honestly is the first thing in my book that has toppled Moose Rule. I give this a 10. On the other hand, it is an imperial brown ale, so it should be. I mean, it has more alcohol, it has more flavor, it has more. So if you really like Moose Rule, or you like brown ales and you're looking for one of the best, I recommend trying Sumatra Mountain from Founders. And we are now moments away from Christine's show, but for tomorrow, I want to look at another heavier hitter. I'm not sure if this is like the first year they've done this. I mean, they have the date on here so that they know it's the 2017 release. So I don't know. I don't have any research on this. I've never seen this one before. Another one from Founders. This is Doom. Oh, maybe this was the one I was See, now I don't even know which of the two of these I actually had last night. Wow. Smile money, you could be right. I know I had the stout. I had a couple of the stouts. Doom. This is an Imperial India Pale Ale aged in bourbon bottles. Barrel aged. And this little guy is 12.4% by volume. We'll be looking at this tomorrow. Again, thank you everybody that answered my question. I am definitely going to be leaving the 4-14 on my Justin rifle. Which means if that happens, that means I am definitely leaving the 1-6 on the SKS from Matador Arms. I'm serious. You got an SKS laying around? It's like, seriously, the prep work on your donor rifle is going to take you more time than it actually will to put this into this. I mean, simply stated, if you want to know Eric's God's truth at this moment in time, well, I threaded the barrel, and as long as you have a nice, a bore guide that makes it so that you make sure you get your threads straight. Other than that, believe it or not, it was more of a bitch to put that on than it was to do the rest of this. Not to mention, it came out looking like this. And when you, and like I said the other day, when you can put put a picture up and send it to a gun freak like Pete at the Armory channel, and he honestly thought it was an AK-47 until he realized that he saw the charging handle. So I'll be leaving that on here. But see that's just trying to flip this up. There you go. Put some super glue around it. Not. Definitely going to leave this on here. So, okay guys, cheers, and we'll see you tomorrow.